Very good evening, friends. I'm Nalini Swami, welcoming to my channel Smart Index Edge. Morning, I was posed with nearly 400 points gap up on even the gift Nifty was showing 300 points, 350 points to 400 points around gap up. That doesn't worry me. That doesn't worry me. And this gap up, when it gaps up or when the market gaps down, we should look for selling. If it is gapping down, we should look for selling opportunity. If it is gapping up, we should look for buying opportunity. But today was a different day. It was an exhaustion gap. Exhaustion gap. Because let me write it properly. This is an exhaustion gap. When the market is gapping so much, you can see if I measure from here to here, 494 points and 558 points altogether. The high is 494 points opening and high is 558 points. When this type of gap occurs, you are not going to go long. The market will become, you need to wait for the opportunity of selling the market. Going short in the market on an intraday time frame. That is the thing. For a buying, it wouldn't have worked. See, it gave a signal down and it pulled back. There was no momentum. Actually, the market, both the call option and the put option premium were grilled for premium loss. They have to shed their premium, the market went sideways. I had already mentioned in my group, this is an exhaustion gap. It needs minimum 4 hours for the proper trade to exit. That's what happened. I waited patiently. You can see there my indicator rolling pivot. It gave sell signal. Immediately in the third, fourth candle, you could have gone short but not complete. It came down, you could have had an opportunity for selling the things. See here, what happened is it came down second hour, third hour pullback, and the fourth hour only you got a very good solid sell off. Solid sell off. Here, the sell off, if you would have entered into the put option, it wouldn't have materialized. It is a V shape, like folding, taking the making the price to go down and folding to the same level. It is like a book folding. It came down, book opened, and book closed here. Here only at 1:30 p.m. only you got the sell signal in the market. Put option, you could have gone for a very cheap put option, friends, because even the out of the money, deep out of the money put option also fetched you some around 50 to 60 points in the market. I'm going to show you when it is 12 p.m. My indicator, my new Nalini Precision Engine, it marks the opening bell. First box it catches and marks the automatically it marks resistance, pivot, and support as guidelines. You can see so wide it is. So wide it is only during 12 p.m. 12 p.m. around 12. This line starts to come. That is European session. It has been coded. These three lines act as reference point, and you can see the pivot of the first hour. Opening bell pivot, that yellow star things, and these are the dashed lines from the 12 p.m. This is the pivot, yellow is pivot again, and R1 is resistance and support. When it starts marking that, when these lines are marked, then there comes rejection. You can see price closing below the pivot. You can see over here, price closing below the pivot and see the big volume bar. And you could have entered into it. Why it is? You have to analyze this. The single candle, even if I go to the 5 minutes, let me go back to the 5 minutes to show you this candle showed weakness. This candle showed weakness because when it is closing below the pivot means it is losing the balance line of previous 12 candles, because automatically this pivot is coded for 1 hour 60 minutes. So this pivot is red, colored red, Gan halo flipping and entering into this put option would have been a successful. In between it pulled back but finally closed near the low. Closed near the low. You can see these are the things simultaneously. Note down this. You remember this. Remember this level. Let me mark it. Uh, Let me go any tool. Yeah. Let me mark this level and time 13:20. And let me go to the very cheap put option because nowadays the premium are very, very high. Then 22,200 put option. Yes. 22,200 put option. Here it was near the support. It started moving higher. 130, 120. You can see I had marked on the underlying 120. It gave the buy signal. You can see the pivot turning green. Turning green, that means it goes back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 candles, hourly balance line. All these together, it balanced above that. And even the Gan Hilo 1321, it goes back to 13 candles highest high and 21 candles lowest low, and it flips. So this is a powerful indicator which gives you signal. This is not a simple signal, friends. When you get the signal, you are entering into it. If you would have entered here, even if you would have entered around 98 or 94, you could have kept the minimal stop loss. 87 to 88 rupees, you could have kept the stop loss. That is only 6 points. You will be risking only 350 rupees per lot. By keeping that minimal stop loss, the beauty of the indicator gave the buy signal. This is the beauty of the indicator. From there, market rallied to 147 rupees. 147 rupees, if I measure, you are getting 48.4 percentage. Even if you put 10 lakhs rupees, even in equity, just 10% is also will not give you this much amount. This much amount of appreciation you are not getting. So you are putting 96 rupees, you are taking out 148 rupees. That is almost 60 points, 60 to 58 points you are taking out. And see, I'll become cautious. These are the previous reference line, hourly, first hourly, opening bell resistance level. When market approaches this, and also you see the candle over here, the range of the candle is so wide. This is the culmination of the trade. When you see this type of candle at the top, you need to be cautious, and their big bar has been plotted, BB has been plotted, and the follow through is a red candle closing below this. That is a caution, closing below the resistance. It came back to the pivot, hourly pivot, and it pushed again. It gave one more opportunity for the people to enter again, 111 to 140, 41 or something. That even that also, twice you could have made money if you know the price action properly. While closing, it closed near 160. This is how the trade would have manifested, sorry. Nifty, when you see this type of gap, exhaustion gap, these are the exhaustion gap. If I go to the daily time frame, I will show you these are the exhaustion gaps. Let me hide the indicator. This is an exhaustion gap. You have seen what sort of movement it is. It was a huge move. If I measure this move, this was almost 1,000 points gap up. 1,000 point exhaustion gap ups, you need to be very, very careful. See, always some news like Trump deal, war deal, some fake news, they will comes into the media and price starts to do that. And moreover, what happened today is the first day of the rollover new series, monthly, on 31st itself, 30th itself month has been closed. 31st, on 31st, if it were to be not holiday, then straddles and strangles will be fixed. For that, the movement was first on the first of the month. This is the beginning of the series of April series. The market, it was an exhaustion gap and it moved higher. And this gap is not ordinary gap. It's not that much. So when you get an exhaustion gap, and let us measure what is this gap. It is just 199 points gap. Okay? And this is not an area gap. This is not it appeared like a breakaway gap, but it was an exhaustion gap. If you enable the volume, there may be high volume will also be there. And in my indicator, option EP indicator, let me go to the 5 minutes and show you EP had been high volume, EP has been triggered. Option EP, did I enable this? Okay. Yeah. Option EP, let us, it has triggered in 15 minutes but it was showing there. Now I'm not getting this. Let me go there. I was getting something wrong with the option EP. Why it is not picking up? It had picked up in the morning. Oh, table is not coming. 1 minute, hold on. Something wrong with the indicator is not working. Table has to come, it is not coming. Okay, some bug is there in the trading view. That's why proper loading is not taking place. Let me load from morning, some market it was slow for me. Trading view was slow for me. Even loading oh, sorry. Oh my God. I'm doing mistake and I'm talking about this. Yeah. See, EPS come. I had hidden the indicator. That's why I was not able to see the table. So EP was triggered, high EP, bearish EP was triggered. Whether it is a bearish EP or bullish EP, that means it doesn't mean the direction. When that is triggered, I mark the high and low of the candle, and if the price starts moving below that, I will go for selling opportunity. That's what it gave in the morning session, selling opportunity. And you can see even after the pullback around 150, this level acted as resistance without the rolling pivot. Even with the, see, all the indicators are very beautiful indicators. They give you direction, confirmation, not one confirmation. I got two confirmation. Apart from that, let me hide this rolling pivot and I'll show you even the my daily and weekly market memory POC. I'm opening the market memory POC. Inputs show weekly POC. Is it loading? Yeah. This is previous day. So when this is previous day, we need to go for the daily POC to see because it was a gap up. Let me go to the daily POC and value area line. See, market broke below the point of control, and also this is the value area low, indicating weakness. So these are the levels with the EP and also with the market memory POC. You know that you need to go short. Let me hide the market memory POC, and rolling pivot gives you direction. So all the indicators are complementing with each other and gives me strength, confidence in my trade. I just take all the three indicator consultation and go for the trade because we should not do mistake. For the sake of the option buyers only, I coded these levels with my experience, by my observation. I coded this. That is the time when the market behaves, reacts. This is coinciding with the London and Europe session. And I picked up and I coded for these lines, pivot lines. So they will help you to trade in the market. In this way, I have fine tuned, I have taken care of everything in the market, and even I get stocks to trade too. In this new indicator, rolling pivot reversal magic, new one Nalini Precision Engine, I've coded for picking up the stocks too. So it picks up the stocks. Let me hide the option EP and show you these are the stocks. Later, it has picked even CDSL. You can say it is 0-day buy. Let us see how it has closed. Let us go to CDSL. It was a buy and it has closed upper. It has not lost its thing, even though intraday it has gone sideways. It has not lost it. Let us check Canara Bank. Can Bank. Can Bank. Even this gap up and sideways because market has gone sideways. And Container Corporation, you get stocks. So today was a gap up, so it has gone sideways. Container Cap Corporation is a beautiful trade. So some stocks will give you beautiful trade. Only around 12 p.m. weakness has come, it has sold out. Yes, friends, you can trade in indices, crude oil. So I mentioned in my group that crude oil is going to lose its, showing weakness. And somebody, if they would have picked up crude oil, my indicator was able to pick up this crude oil. Let it load. Here itself, you can see it has picked up around 9. Let me zoom it. It has picked up around 9, 10:45, and it was a downfall from 9,681 to 9,068. Almost 600 points you could have captured with the help of this. And see, all are black, the pivots, and the price is like falling like a waterfall. And later, around 12 p.m., that is London European session, it went sideways and it was a push up here. You can see how crude oil, how the levels through the time you can get step by step guidance in the crude oil too. You can trade crude oil. If the market went sideways in the Nifty, you could have picked up crude oil and you could have traded because it went sideways. Nifty went sideways till 1 p.m. Only around 1 p.m. only proper signal came for this sell side, and till that you could have traded crude oil. So beautiful trade you could have taken. Okay, friends, thank you very much for listening to me. This is a very beautiful indicator. Suppose if you want to, you are the first time watcher, if you want to access this indicator, you can WhatsApp me to this number. This is 9845209600. It is a paid indicator. If you WhatsApp me, I'll give the details for the pricing and everything. It is for lifetime access, friends, not monthly or yearly. It is for lifetime. Once you subscribe, once you get the indicator, it will be with you forever. And it is an evergreen indicator, which is this is the rolling pivot which derives directly from the price actually. So it cannot fail. This indicator can never fail because it is derived from the price. So you will get step by step guidance as the price action moves on, unfolds. Thanks you very much, friends. Nalini Swami signing off.